when I was working, naona brother yangu anakuja. Bio, mguu tupu. It was a distance kidogo from where we were living. Ati kuja. I'm like, ni nini nafanyika? Ati daddy anataka kuchoma watu kwa nyumba, mwaga mafuta kila mahali. I'm like, what? Bio. Sisi ndio hao tunaenda. Kufika kwa nyumba, the whole house is smelling paraffin. My mom is seated on the table with my last born sister, analia. Father na yeye amebeba kisu kwa mkono. Anataka kudungana.
It's the Gorgeous Woman Show. As always, we bring it to you live on CTN TV. It's a joy and a pleasure to just be a blessing to only that one person, that woman that is going through a crisis, a trying moment. You may be a single mom, a widow, married but challenged, a single lady. In whatever category you are, you're just gorgeous the way you are. And I have a guest today that is a single mom that has been through it all. And the greatest challenge that she feels that has maybe led to where she is having a father that was not there. And that maybe formed the basis of the explanation of what she was looking for. And we are going to hear her story. Her name is Jackie Anyango. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
It's always a joy for me to have a lady seated on that chair.
Thank you.
It means so much because it's not just anybody. Somebody that has been through pain, overcome, and is courageous enough to share it.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us, who is Jackie?
Actually, my name is Jackie, Jacqueline Anyango.
Okay.
Opio. I'm a single mom of 2 kids.
Yes.
I'm a salonist.
Okay.
I'm a salonist, but I had stopped doing the salon work for some time when I lost some customers when I had my first baby.
Yeah.
So I've been working for someone down here in Yamakima.
Yeah.
We were doing this kitchen electronics and everything.
Okay.
And then I lost my job in March this year.
Yeah.
So basically that is me.
So like in hairdressing, what's your area? Is it beauty, hair?
Hair. Specifically hair.
Yeah, plating.
Yeah, plating, weaving, plaster and everything.
Ah, great.
Yeah.
So that was your passion since you were young?
That has been my hobby since I was young. Yeah, that is what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I just changed when things went challenging a bit. And then the first kid was supposed to be joining school. So I had to look for something that would bring good income to pay school fees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have siblings. I'm the firstborn in a family of 5.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. We are 4 girls and 1 boy. I'm the eldest.
You're the eldest.
Yeah.
So you are that heart of a mother.
Of a mother, because literally I've brought the rest of the kids up until now. They're all grown. They're all grown.
So is your mother there?
Yeah, my mom is there. My dad is late, 15 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mom is there. She works with the NYS.
Okay.
Yeah, she's there. She's a strong woman.
She is. Definitely she must be. So where did you grow up?
I've grown up in so many places. I've grown up in so many places.
Yeah.
Actually, I was born in Nairobi here. At that time, my mom was working in NYS. So when I was born here, we had to go back to NYS because she was living in the Kambi in NYS Gilgil. So we lived there until I was around 3 or 4 years. Then we came back to Nairobi. My dad used to work in Kenyatta National Hospital. So we had to come back, I think. My dad was not comfortable with my mom being away. And so my mom had to quit.
Sorry.
Had to quit her job in NYS to come and join him here. So when we came here, I think that is when my brother came. That is when my brother was born. When we were here, we were living in Upper Hill then. So the journey of growing up has been with so much challenge.
So were you a well-off family or you were just there?
We were just there. In fact, We were not even next to being there. We were struggling. When Mom decided to leave her job in NYS and come in Nairobi, I think that is when the struggles began. Yeah, because my dad used to drink a lot. He was that kind of a man who used to fight. They would beat each other in that house. He would come drunk. He was not that supportive. That man would take care of his family and everything. So you would find most of the time they would fight with my mom because now you have not brought food, there are kids in the house. They used to argue a lot. So I used to see these fights every now and then, but you know my brother was still young, so he couldn't understand anything. So the battling went ahead. My mom had the third kid. We moved from Upper Hill to Kibera. Then in Kibera, things just got worse. They were just continuing to get worse.
So this time your mom is a housewife?
Yeah. He's a housewife, and she's also doing hair. I think I got the passion from her. She also does the hair. Yeah. So she will look for customers around to make the hair, to get extra income. Yeah. So when she left NYS to come to Nairobi, she was now completely a housewife.
Wow. Our viewer, that's just the introduction of Jackie, and we'll hear the rest of her story. It's not easy being a single mom. It's not easy being a 13-year-old raising your siblings. It's a conclusion of so many things that she's been through. See you after the break. So welcome back. So Jackie, you said that they kept on fighting. So as they were fighting, what were the thoughts that were going on in your mind?
You know, I have not grown up with that good environment. It's been a struggle of you're locked out of the house is not paid, sometimes you go to bed without food, sometimes he doesn't even come back, you see him after some days. When he comes back, he's just violent. So I kept wondering why is all this happening, you know? And it was also affecting me in school because sometimes you go to school, you're worried about the rest of the kids, how are they going to be? You're worried about your mom, this fighting, it's getting worse, you see? It was getting so worse. So sometimes I will look at my mom and I'm like, this is not what I want for my life. I grew up with so much hate towards men. In fact, for me, marriage was not a thing. If this is what is marriage, then in the back of my mind, I was like, maybe I'll just have kids and stay alone because I'm not ready to go through this, what my mom is going through. So this went on. We had to move again from, now that is when our third born came, my third sister. We moved from Kibera to Kariobangi again. So you see, this moving is affecting me with schools. I have to move to another new school, catch up again with others. So when we moved to Kariobangi, Mom was still a housewife. So from there, she decided to in the morning cook chapati down there so that she could get extra income to help us. And then my dad, he's still drinking. He's still missing home. He's not still providing. And then again, my mom got pregnant with the fourth kid.
Oh my God.
Now,
did you feel resentment towards your mom and your dad because of what they were doing when you were growing up?
My anger was mostly towards my dad because he was frustrating us. You see, he was frustrating us. Now, this is a point now, I'm almost 13 years, I'm in class 7. I was schooling in Dandora and we were living in Kariobangi. So I had to walk. There's a shortcut in between Korokoto to Dandora. So I had to pass that road every morning, every evening when I'm going to school. I used to school in Dandora Phase 1, James Gishuru. That is when I joined class 7. So in that year that I joined class 7, the battling was still there. My fourth-born sister was born. In fact, she was born premature because of pressure. She was alikuwa naribika ndani ya tumbo because of high pressure. So Mom was taken to the hospital. She was told, you know, we can save your life. You let go of the kid because you can still have other kids. So my mom was like, no, you have to save both of us. You know, she went through an operation which was successful. My sister was born 6 months.
Ah.
A 0.95 kg baby. A very tiny kid. Akaekwa kwa incubator for 2 months, but she was a fighter. She made it. She came out after 2 months with 2-point-something kgs, and then they came home. So when she came home, she was a very tiny baby. We don't even know how to hold her. We don't know what to do.
Yeah.
We were just there. But I loved my siblings. Each and every one of them, as they were coming, they gave me that spirit of...
Like you are needed.
Yeah. I'm really needed in their lives. So even at this point that my mom has already given birth to our 4th born kid through operation, my dad is still absent. Still goes, comes, drunk, drama, we are locked out of the house. I saw my mom struggling. He was struggling, but the good thing was she was a very prayerful woman. You see, she would pray. So I was like, now what can I do to help her? I'm only 13. And then in that scenario of my fourth born sister being born, my dad out of nowhere came and said he can no longer pay rent in Nairobi. We go to the village. We go home. This is 2nd term. I'm in class 7. This is 2nd term. I'm supposed to finish this year. I joined class 8. And it is war. It is serious fight. You have to go home. So my mom, I think she was so, I think that time our mothers were like, they really cherished this marriage.
Yeah.
So anything that the man say, you will do. You understand? So we went home, eventually. We went home to begin life at home.
Where?
In the village in Kisumu. We live
where your dad comes from?
Yeah, he comes from Kisumu, Moroni, and near Moroni there.
So you just packed your things because he said so?
Yes.
Wow, that was tough.
Yes, it was.
And your mom was okay with that?
I think by then, I couldn't understand her well, but I think she had no choice. And then my grandma was the same. Kitu yoyote babangu mama yake amesema has to be done. You understand? So we had to go home. Sasa hapo ndio frustrations ilianza. Because dad was left in Nairobi. But as we went. Unaona. Kufika pale now again, watu wamefungua 3rd term. I cannot join school again because of requirements na nini. Father is being told that I need to join school. He's back in Nairobi. We don't know what he's doing there. He's not sending money. He's not doing anything. He's just there. He's not coming home. Do you have a house there? Yeah, we had a small house there. So we just stayed in the village. So I didn't go to school that 3rd term. So coming the next year, in class 7, wow. Coming the next year, thinking that I would join class 8, they said I cannot join class 8. I have to repeat class 7. So with the situation around, you don't even have time to, you don't even have that opportunity to even argue on anything. You will just do what is supposed to be done. So I joined class 7 again back in the village. We were there with me, my brother, and my 2 sisters. We are there, we are 4 of us. So life got so hard that we used to walk with barefoot. Hakuna pesa. There's no job. Mom would still make hair. Sometimes she would go and work in the shambas, like anapewa mahali alime, apewe 50 bob, but then 50 bob was a lot of money. Ingenunua kitu tukule. Unaona? And alikuwa na piece of land yake, amepanda mahindi, maragwe, mboga. No. So my pain was like, anaamka asubuhi, anaenda kulima, ndio tupate pesa. Sometimes we'd even, tukiwa kwa nyumba, tunashinda na miwa because there's no food. Ile siku mumepika appropriate food is like ameenda kwa shamba, ametoa maragwe, amepika, hiyo ndio siku yenye have real meal. You understand? Hivyo. So it was so tough. And your dad was not coming home? He was not coming. I think he only came once. In like a span of how long? We left because tulitoka around August, the last year. He came that December and hatukumuona tena. So tukaanza kugonjeka. Tukaanza tu kugonjeka. Weird things were happening. Unapata brother sometimes when he sits down anaona vitu like sijui paka, sijui nini. It was just weird things that were happening when we were at home.
And your grandmother who said you go home, she was not supportive?
Ako tu hapo.
But she was not supportive?
Yeah, yuko tu.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know we are the first grandchildren to the family. So tukakaa tu nyumbani with all the difficulties. So because me and my brother, we are very close. Tukaamua tutakuwa tunasaidia madhe. Tukitoka shule jioni, we come, we help mali amebakisha kulima, ama kama ni kutengeneza marago alikuwa anatengeneza, tunasaidia so that tupate something extra. Unaona?
And that time your brother is how old?
Alikuwa, we are 5 years apart. So then I was 14. So probably alikuwa around 9. Yeah.
Wow.
Around class 3 there.
Wow.
Yeah. So to us, we just took life normally because we are used to the struggles. Yeah, tungeenda ku fetch firewood, we come back. Kuna time we just saw the way makaa inachomwa, tunachoma makaa, me and my brother. Like we were trying to make now this life a bit easy for us.
Yeah.
Sometimes we even had uji without sugar. We go and pluck pawpaw because we had pawpaw in the compound. Zile zimeiva. So you just bite your pawpaw, it has sugar, you drink tea and life continues.
About children is there, survival ability.
Yeah, life continues. Sometimes hakuna mboga and kuna unga. We cook ugali and then we go and pluck ndimu, the lemon. We used to have a lemon tree there. Just squeeze the water.
Inapata
ugali. Unakula, you get
ugali
taste. Na unashiba tu na unakunywa maji and you continue.
Wow, but at least it was even easier more in the village than in the city.
Yeah, because we would access food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was no kufungiwa nje kwa mjalipa rent, sijui nini. So we used to sit down and my brother were like, ile siku tu tutarudi Nairobi. Aturudi ushago tena.
Were you treated differently? Because definitely you are cultured differently, having come from the city. Kuka ushago.
So see, people are just there.
Shule, like, were you being treated differently?
No.
Ama mulingiana tu.
Tulingiana tu because we are so friendly.
Yeah.
We are so friendly.
Yeah.
Like the rest of my siblings, we are just friendly.
Okay.
We know how to make friends and make the environment a bit comfortable.
Okay.
So my third-born sister, she was my dad's favorite. Kabisa. So she got sick. Babangu hakuja mbio akamchukua. Akaenda naye Nairobi.
The one who was born premature?
No, the third one.
So what was the chemistry behind it?
I don't know.
You don't know, you just knew.
I just knew she was dad's favorite. So yeye akaenda Nairobi akatuacha huko. So tukakaa.
Akaenda Nairobi?
Alienda na Fadhe. Si akatuacha huku Shago na mama. So tumeishi. We started getting sick. I think because of the morning dew we'd get hizo vidonda kwa miguu and then too much sugar cane. Tulikuwa tunakula miwa because that was at our disposal.
Yeah.
Unaweza ingia tu kwa shamba mtu dakika moja unachuna miwa unakula unaenda. So tukaanza kupata vidonda. So we had to be brought back to Nairobi to treatiwe. And this one now is again second term of class 7 tumefunga. We are waiting to open in third term. Tukakuja Nairobi August. Kuja Nairobi tukapata dad anaishi Maradaima. 2-bedroomed house. Self gate. Like anaishi kwa like
a proper home.
Na si tuko ushago. Tunasumbuka tu huko. Sasa hapa anaishi na brother yake. Like ameleta sasa brother yake anamhost kwa hii nyumba. Wamepewa 1 room, yeye amebaki na 1 room. Hii nyumba haina viti, haina anything. Mattress tu kwa room yake na vyombo za jikoni. And then the brother had married. Pia anko yangu alikuwa ameoa, alikuwa na bibi hapo hivyo. The woman was pregnant. Sasa tumekuja Nairobi. Maradaima, you should see us in town the way we look like wale watu wametoka interior kwa village. Mumeparara lakini munaenda kwa estate. Pale ni wadosi, people are driving, kids are going to good schools. Si tuko tu hapo.
So how did your dad make it from Marches to Maradaima?
Si alikuwa anafanya personnel department Kenyatta, so alipewa nyumba na job.
Wow.
Yeah, sasa badala ya house allowance alipewa nyumba. Yeye akakuja kuishi Maradaima. Sasa sisi kufika tukaona okay, me and my brother, huku ndio mali watu wanaishi, wacha atuambie turudi ushago, ataona drama. So we went to the hospital. By bad luck, ule mwenye alizaliwa premature ikakuwa kitovu yake imetoboka, like inatoa maji, and we don't know. So kwenda hosi kuangaliwa, ikabidi akuwe admitted, ya baki hospitali na mama. Sisi tukaangaliwa, tukapewa antibiotics, tukaambiwa turudi kwa nyumba. Kumbe father alikuwa ameshakata mpaka ticket that we are supposed to go back home. Mimi na ndugu yangu tukakutana na hizo ticket kwa room yake. Si tulirarua tickets, tukatupa kwa choo, tukakaa. So madhia kwa hospitali, yeye anasema ati tuwekwe kwa basi mimi na ndugu yangu turudi nyumbani. Madhia fourthborn akipona wakuje na yeye. Ticket tumetupa. Akakuja kwa nyumba jioni. Ati anatuprepare. Si tumekaa tu na brother yangu tunaangaliana.
Unakaa innocent.
Ati kulikuwa na ticket zingine hapa za gari ziko hapo. Tukamwambia tu tumetupa. Mumetupa aje? Nikamwambia tunarudi ushago kufanya nini? Hatuendi mahali, we are not going anywhere. You cannot be living here and we are suffering in the village and then you are telling us to go back to the village. We are not going. So alituangalia tu and then akaona hawa hata sitaezana nao saizi. And that is how we stuck in Nairobi. We never went back home. So when my mom left the hospital, she came back, and that is when we started life again. Life of another struggle in a 2-bedroom bungalow. Hamuna food, stima hakuna, yuko. Sasa ni madharau between the brother and my mom. Unaona? Ikafika mali they cannot even share kitchen because unapata brother ya father, my uncle, ananunua shopping but zinawekwa kwa room huko. And wife anatoka anapika chakula hao watu wawili tu and then wanaenda kula kwa room huko. Father hapatikani bado. Pombe tu. Hayuko.
Wow. That is a story of Jackie Anyango. It's quite a sad story. We'll hear the rest of it. See you after the break. Wow. So, father bado wakamata at this time?
Patikani, akuji.
Is he drinking?
Yeah. He used to drink. He used to drink a lot. So, by that time, mimi sikuwa elewa, hii siku zenye hakuji, where is he? Nona. So, this another term tena imefunguliwa, third term. The schools around Maradaima are very expensive, siezi enda. Tukakaa tena kwa nyumba. Now this is the second time in class 7 tumekaa tena kwa nyumba. So vitu zikaendelea tu, the brother had to move out, aende aishi peke yake, tukaachwa tu kwa hii nyumba. Father pia patikani nini. Madha akaona hii ni frustration. Tuhame tu kwa hii nyumba, we go and stay somewhere else. Father tena akatutoa from Imaradaima, tukakuja Riruta Satellite. So huko ndo mali tulikuja kukaa. Huko pia, I couldn't go to school again in third term. I had to remain again. So I joined school the next year. But then again, I had to repeat class 7 for the third time. You see? But my brother proceeded to jutulia kwa na yeye interview. What I did, yeye nilichukua karatasi zake juu tu kwa na supervisor. Nikamjazia. So yeye alipita. Akaenda class 4. Mimi nikarudia class 7. Unaona? So hapo ndio nilisoma class 7 sasa.
Why did you do that? That is so nice.
I don't know, I just felt like
your brother akirudia tena.
Yeah. Okay, yeye hakurudia, yeye alikuwa anaenda the next class. But now I was like ndio tumepitia mashida mingi huko tena, maybe hata concentrate, hata pita, unaona? So I just filled the interview for him. Nikampea papers zake because we were in one room. So yeye alipita akaenda class 4, mimi nikarudia class 7. So hapo ndio nilimalizia class 8. Now I didn't repeat a class again. Tukamaliza class 8. So since the school was far from mali tukua tunaishi, ikabidi now in class 6 brother wangu join a nearer school, ndiye akakuja Riruta Primary. Jumi nilikuwa chini Riruta East karibu na barabara huko. So akakuja huku. Sasa all this time that is not even paying my school fees. like anything ikitakana shule yeye hayuko. To an extent one day asking, kwa nini unakuanga hivi? Aliniangalia tu, haku anaongea. And even this time bado tumekuja satellite, ujue tushafukuzwa kwa nyumba kaa 2 juu ya rent. The second house sasa ndio tufukuzwe, tulikujiwa tu asubuhi 6 ati tutoke. It was just a bed sitter, tutoke. Hamjakunywa chai, hamjafanya anything, tuko tu hapa. So I had to climb from my neighbor's our neighbor's house. Kuna kwa na ceiling. Ceiling ukiingia there's a pass through, unaingia na bafu. I had to climb huko juu niingie kwa neighbor, nitoe a few things yenye naweza toa nipitishie madhe kwa dirisha ndio tusikose kitu ya kukula. So nilipitisha chai, manguo, nini, nikarudi tena on the kwa bafu nikashuka the other side tukatoka. And this time bado we are just there with a bed, table. Hakuna kitu ya maana hapa kwa nyumba.
So when you asked your dad, what did he say?
Hakuna. He just looks, and then alikuwa na a certain, ni kama sijui ni uoga na nini, like hatukuwa tunapatana. Nikaa ananiogopa in a way, nikaa tuwezi patana, we couldn't, because of tabia zake hata hatungepatana in any way, because me alikuwa anashinda akinikasirisha, unaona. So at this point ndio nikakuwa serious sasa kushuka watu, like kwa toto, I played their hair 100 bob and everything. Hapo ndio venye watu walijua najua kushuka. So I used to help my mom, tukifunga shule ama weekends na shuka na msaidia. Hata hapo bado daddy bado anakunywa tu pombe. Akikuja kwa nyumba usiku ni vita. Anaweza kuja kwa nyumba hata around 7 usiku, utasikia tu kelele. So when we moved, now the house we were living ilikuwa nyumba ya ni double room na kitchen, but ni ambao, and then nje ni mabati. If you've been to satellite, you know how the houses are there. So huko tulikaa, I think tulikaa sana, because even my last born sister alizaliwa huko. So this drama continued. I joined high school. Mwenye alinikuwa ananifundisha high school alikuwa cousin yangu, the son to my mom is the last born kwao. So the first born wao kijana wake ako US. So huyo ndiye alikuwa ananilipia fee. Na hata kwa hii kulipiwa fee, mama huyo cousin yangu hangewacha nilipiwe fee successfully, cause angetuma pesa ya fee ya shopping, but mama yake angenipea fixed fee peke yake. Hiyo ya juu yote alikuwa anachukua. And then alikuwa anataka ile time akiwa na wageni, you have to go there and help kazi. Ulipie ile kulipiwa shule. Na huko pia ukienda mara sijui umeiba nini, mara sijui umeharibu nini. Those kind of aibu, like anakuharibia kabisa, unaona. So you just persevere because unataka, you need to be helped. And then nika join shule in Nakuru. I went to Nakuru. I used to school in ukielekea Njoro huko ndio nilienda kusoma. Ilikuwa inaitwa Green Valley then. It was just a private school. Huko ndio nilikuwa nasoma. So when I joined high school, my biggest worry nikiwa shule was like, now how are the rest of the kids surviving? Mimi niko huko, mami ako peke yake, labda anapigwa tu huko, labda wamelala tu njaa huko. And then it's that moment that unaenda shule hata bila shopping. You just go. Now what helped me there is that on weekends, juu tulikuwa na Waislamu huko, you make their hair 50 bob. Unawashuka on Saturdays, on Sundays. Hizo pesa unaweka tu. So me literally in my box ulikuwa ukikuja utapata tu sabuni, mafuta ya kujipaka na sugar. Hizo shopping zingine ati junks nini. That is how I survived.
So hiyo pesa unawekea mom?
Nawekea mom.
So how much would you earn maybe in a term?
Oh, okay. Mostly it will get better because tukienda kufunga shule ile siku tunafunga leo alafu kesho tunaenda home. I would spend the whole night. Nimekaa tu. Wewe anakuja namshuka 50 bob anamka anaenda namshuka, but there's just those crazy lines zigzag nini. Yeah. So saa zingine ungepata nimeshuka wengi, nimepata around 400. 600. So you don't sleep. Nilikuwa nalala kwa gari, kwa Molo line, kwa gari tukikuja mpaka home. So that at least nikikuja home nipate niko na kitu nimeletea watoto wetu. Anything that was left in my box, sabuni nini, I would carry them back home. Tuende tukatumie home. That is how we survived. So I grew up with too much bitterness towards my dad. Hatukuwa tunapatana kabisa. So ndio sasa situation change kabisa, ndio sasa hata akuja akufe aliharibu kazi. Like sijui ni nini alifanya huko hivyo, kazi yake ikaisha na hakuambia mom. Mom came to know about this 2 years later. Ameharibu kazi, hapati. Na anaamka kila asubuhi anaenda kazi na anarudi mkono tupu. So unaona hapa hata nikiwa home I don't even get time to read. Mimi nikifika malibagi likaa hapo nitaifikiria tena next nikirudi shule. I have to look around for work to do. So there was a lady there in Satellite, alikuwa na salon, a Meru lady. So hapo kwa salon yake ndo nilikuwa naenda. Nikimfungulia job and then nashuka zo tulainstramia, tuwakuweka weaves, ananilipa. At least jioni napata kitu, tunaenda tunacombine na mom, anapata vile ana survive. So it was that hard. Then hapo ndio sasa the last born akazaliwa, the 5th kid now. Sasa hapo ndio I think drama iliendelea kabisa, because after yeye kuzaliwa, when she was only 3 months, that day I remember nilifukuzwa shule nikakuja home. She was born in June, so nilifukuzwa home nikakuja. So this is July, August. I was August, yeah, she was 3 months. Tumefungua shule September, nikaenda shule just 2 weeks and then nikarudi home juu ya fee. Unajua niko na fee balance pia. Because if fee pia ukipewa lazima usplit kidogo wachia wengine, yenye mebaki ndio unaenda nayo shule. So kulikuwa na ile recurring balance, nikarudi home. Kurudi home, nikaenda kwa charity. Nakumbuka that day was on a Saturday. Nikaenda kwa charity kufanya kazi. When I was working, naona brother wangu anakuja. Bio mgutupo, it was a distance kidogo from where we were living. Ati kuja. I'm like, ni nini nafanyika? Ati daddy anataka kuchoma watu kwa nyumba, mwaga mafuta kila mahali. I'm like, what? Bio. Sisi ndio hao tunaenda. Kufika kwa nyumba, the whole house is smelling paraffin. My mom is seated on the table with my last born sister, analia. Father na yeye amebeba kisu kwa mkono. Anataka kudungana. Yeye anataka kukufa. Yeye kwanza literally anataka kukufa. Amechoka na maisha, yeye anataka kwenda kwao. So I'm like, sasa hii ni drama ya nini tena? Nikamuuliza tu point blank, shida yako ni nini? Ati I want to go to my mom. I want to go to my mom. So I had 300 shillings then. Madhe sijui alimuongeza pesa ngapi, tukamwambia chukue train aende kwao. Because kwetu train inapita tu. It is accessible with a train. Chukua pesa and I think you remember those big paper bags, the yellow, those.
Yeah, the yellow ones.
Alienda kanunua sijui 2. Akapaka manguo zake na akaenda. Last born wetu ako 3 months.
So what was the drama about? He wanted to burn the house and kill himself.
And kill everybody. Now in the back of my mind, hii nyumba akiwasha na ni nyumba ya mbao na imepakwa oil paint, the whole thing itaungua, the whole plot na kila mtu. So whatever alikuwa anataka ndio tumpe aende.
So he wanted money by force. So ndio alikuwa put your mom on the spot. Wow.
So akaenda. And we never saw him again for very good months. Alienda. Because by the time he was coming back, it was the next year, around February, end of February. Now I was in Form 4. That was now is 2006. I was in Form 4. Nilikuwa nimeenda shule, tukaregister and everything, nikarudi home. Juu ya fee bado. So kuja napata tele nyumba yenye tulikuwa, auctioneers walikuja. Wakabeba kila kitu juu sasa tuko na arrears. Na hiyo nyumba ilikuwa nalipwa 2700. But aingelipwa. Mamia angeweza kuaccumulate hiyo pesa alipe rent. Unaona? So wakamrusha nje. Akabaki na vyombo, manguo na kitanda. The rest of the stuff zikaenda. Sasa mimi nakuja napata hata pale mali niliwaacha nikienda shule hawako. They are living in a small mabati house for 600. Haina stima, haina maji. Na nakuja kuambiwa mamangu ufanya kazi ya kufulia sasa watu manguo. Ndia alipwe 500 wengine survive. So it really got to me. I'm like, why should I even go to school? What am I going to do? If I can work and get money, why should I let her suffer alone and go to school? But then again nikaona kuna ile aibu mtoto wake alidrop shule. Unaona? Let me just go and finish. Sasa before hata nirudi shule hii Februari nakuja nimefukuzwa, madhe hata hayuko, amepigiwa simu aende, bwana yake ni mgonjwa anakufa nyumbani. Ameenda kuleta bwana yake. Akakuja. I went to pick my dad myself railways. I looked at him, I didn't even talk to him. Nilimwangalia tu because someone who left when he was strong, amerudi kama ezi atasimama.
And the mother has the audacity to, your grandmother now, to call your mother to come for the
husband.
husband.
Huko ana pressure watu, anataka kuona watoto wake.
Oh.
I want my kids, I want my kids. I think ilifika point aliona anaenda kukufa sasa. I just want my kids. Because when he came, hakumaliza hata 2 weeks. So amekuja, ni mtu anajisusulia hapo, he goes, anapupua hapo mali amekaa, like hakuna kitu angeweza fanya. So nauliza mamangu, na huyu simumpeleke hata kwa maombi basi kwanza ndio mjue ni nini shida yake, kama ndugu zake wanasema hakuna pesa. So ile wiki yenye walikuwa wanapanga kumpeleka maombi, that is the week alikuwa anakufa. They didn't take her to hospital? Si bado anatafuta pesa. Bado anatafuta pesa. So the second week ndio, that Sunday ndio alikuwa anakufa. Na unajua this time sijarudi shule tena. Niko tu hapa bado na hustle hapa around kusaidia wa wengine. Tuko in a very small mabati house, hatuwezi lala sisi wote hapa. So me I used to sleep. Venye father alikuja, I used to sleep in a neighbor's place. Mali tulitolewa kulikuwa na mama, sister yake alikuwa rafiki yangu. So that is where I used to sleep. So that Sunday naamshwa asubuhi ati unajua father karibu akufe hapa jana, hata alikuwa ameenda ni maombi ilimrudisha. I'm like okay, to me that was not news because hata sioni haja yake hapa. So hata akienda hakuna kitu ananisaidia nayo. So I saw it really affected my mom when father alikuwa msick. I think kuna ile mapenzi walikuwa nayo kitambo. There was this perseverance, you just hold on to your partner no matter what happens. So hiyo Sunday ndio ndugu zake wakakuja wenye waliambia alikuwa nakufa, wakambeba tu wanampeleka hospitali. He didn't make it on Monday. He died Monday in the morning. So madhe kwenda hosi, kufika napata mali aliacha mgonjwa wake hayuko. And then that Monday when I was just seated after doing everything, nikikaa hivi nasikia nduru. Watu wanapiga nduru mahali. So I'm asking my third born sister, unasikia watu wakilia mahali? Ati hapana. Naambia mimi nasikia madhe akilia. Nikatoka nikaenda kwa barabara, naona hakuna mtu, nikarudi. Nikakuja nikakaa. Kukaa like 15-20 minutes, nasikia nduru tena. Na kutoka nje nakutana na mamangu kwa gate akikuja. Nikajua tu.
So did your father make peace with you?
Yeah, we talked. Actually, we talked that Sunday that he was going to the hospital. That is what made me feel like this man is not, he's not here. Because that Sunday, he sent my brother to come and call me. Ati daddy anakuita. So when I came, he was like, I'm really sorry. I know I've made you go through so much. I'm just sorry. I've not been good. I'm like, sasa hii apology yote ni ya nini? It does not make sense to me. I'm just asking you, do not leave my children. Do not leave your mom alone. I'm just going to the hospital to be checked. Then I'll get back. I promise when I come back, I will change. I'm like, okay. So, but if you get money, please buy me a navy blue suit and some gray socks. Nikamwambia sawa, nitakununulia. And that was goodbye between me and him.
Did you buy the suit?
I didn't have money to buy the suit.
You were still young.
I didn't have money to buy the suit. No, will I even buy the suit? I have to look at the other kids now.
The suit is in the food. I know. Wow. Our viewer, what a strong woman. Jackie, her story is just inspiring. See you after the break. Wow. Okay. So when you were told he died, did you feel anything?
Actually, I didn't even cry.
You didn't even cry?
I just consoled my brother who was so affected. My mom also got affected because 2 days later alikuja kagonjeka kabisa, like she was almost going at her.
Wow.
But I kept praying. I had this rosary that I think that is where I used to get most of my strength, because nilikuwa nikishika rosary. I'm like, God please, God please. That is where I used to get my strength from.
Wow.
So apparently mom made it, and 2 weeks later after kuchanga matanga, we were to go home. Sasa hiyo siku my uncle anakuja na lori ati we carry everything, we go home, twende tukakae home. Mimi nikamuuliza tunaenda kufanya nini nyumbani? After what we saw back there, we cannot go back there. Ati mami anabaki hapa Nairobi kufanya nini? What? Mimi nilienda kwa neighbor na nikamwambia nisaidie padlock, and I locked our door with 2 padlocks, and I stood there. Nikamwambia mtu yote mwenye ako na nguvu ukuja nitoe hapa, utoe vitu hapa. You will know that my dad left a man in this house. Nitawapiga nyinyi wote hapa. So my mom was like, wachana nao. Nikamwambia mama tuendi nyumbani. Wewe ukitaka enda peke yako. But me and my siblings, we are remaining here. We will go bury and come back here. I will find a way of us coming back here. Hawakubeba vitu. So tulienda tu nyumbani, tukazika, tukamaliza traditions, tukarudi. Kurudi by good luck, mama akapata kazi. Ya this private toilets, hizi wanalipanga 10 bob. Hapo ndiyo alipata kazi. So venye alipata kazi, tukatoka sasa from satellite, tukarudi Kariobangi. Ya sasa tukakuja kuishi Kariobangi, ndio nikamaliza form 4. And then bradangu akajoin. When I finished form 4 that December, nikaenda Mombasa kufanya kazi. There's a friend of mine aliniorganizia kazi kwa hoteli ya kuosha vyombo. So I went there. Nikakaa huko for a long time, almost a year. The whole of 2007 I was in Mombasa. So my brother joined form 1 in 2007. So from there I think life changed, because hapo sasa we used to work together with my mom to raise the rest of the siblings. And truly God has been good.
Amen.
Hatujaifungiwa nyumba, hawajailala njaa. And I'm not that kind of a person who picks jobs. Anything decent that can bring money, I used to do. So from there, nikatoka huko juu ya issues with the boss. You know, those boss who want to sleep with you because of kazi. I left Mombasa, I came back to Nairobi. After elections, tukaanza tena. So I would just do kazi ya kushuka tu. Nikapata mtu rafiki yangu mwingine alikuwa anafanya Kariobangi market. That is where I went to work. Nikafanya huko kazi for a while. Nilikuwa nafanyia mama mwingine hapo. So that is where I continue improving my skills za kushuka. So hapo naye nilikuwa napata pesa mzuri. I used to help my mom. Tukafunza bradangu akamaliza. Then in 2011, kwa hii mchezo ya kukuwa na so many boyfriends, I got pregnant. Getting pregnant, there's a friend of mine who was a very good friend of mine. Alikuwa pia yeye aliolewa. Yeye naye ni ile mapenzi ilianza high school, so akaamua venye amemaliza shule, huyu mwenye wamekuwa tu na yeye ndio lazima muoe. So I got pregnant and was like, now mtoto with someone you don't even have this good relationship with. So okay, for me I was just okay with the kid, because me literally I love kids. Nikasema ni sawa tu, isha happen. In my mind sijai kuwa na ile idea ya kuabort and anything. I appreciate kids because naona like my siblings, nilikuwa naona kila mtoto alikuwa anakuja tu na
their uniqueness.
Yeah, their uniqueness. And then I loved my siblings sana. I used to love them. Even our last born, most of the people used to know she's my daughter.
Okay, how old is she now?
She's 16. She's turning 16.
Really,
I've raised them literally, because when dad was dying, my brother was in class 8. My third born sister was in class 4. My fourth born sister was in class 1. Wow. The last born was in class 8. Was 8 months old. So all these kids were grow
in your hands.
In my hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got the first kid, you raised the kid and you got another one, or just tell us because you have female?
Kwa hii kupata mimba 2011,
yeah.
Unfortunately I lost the baby 4 months.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it got to me so bad because it was a complicated pregnancy venye ilitoka. So venye ilitoka nikapata chance ya kwenda South Sudan, nikaenda around 2011. Nikakaa South Sudan 2011, 2012, I came back in 2013. So kurudi 2013 ndio unajua that time I was not committed in relationships sana because I didn't used to value men that much because nilikuwa naona kila mwanaume ni kama baba yangu tu. Unaona? So hii kurudi one of the guys I just used to chat with, he was a Nigerian. Akaona nimerudi because nilieka kwa Facebook, I'm back home. He used to stay in Kitengela. Akaniambia come and visit me. So ile tu wewe unaenda tu, you understand that generation, wewe unaenda tu. Tukaenda, nikaenda kwake, we had lunch and what, and things happened. And in those things happening is when I got pregnant for my second baby, now the first baby, after I lost the first one. And I didn't know I was pregnant because I realized I was pregnant 2 months later. To me, it was like, venye nimerudi kutoka Sudan, hiyo weather change, ime affect hormones zangu. So I'm going to the hospital, nasikia kuchungu. I'm like, kai cancer imenishika ya matiti sasa ndio hii. Nafika hospitali naambia daktari, hey, mimi kama ni cancer niambie ni cancer, I am not even going to take medicine. I'd rather wait to die because I don't want that pain. Okay. Akaniambia before we tupime cancer, wacha tupime damu na makojo. We know what's happening. Yeah. So kukuja, the doctor is just smiling at me. I'm like, kwa nini unacheka? Ni cancer, si ndio? Ati hapana. You are pregnant. I'm like, yeah. Uongo. Yeah, you are pregnant. I didn't even talk. Niliamka tu nikaenda home, nikaambia my friend, ati daktari anasema niko na ball. We went and bought the kit, tukapima. Actually, I was very excited. In the back of my mind, I'm like, God has returned the baby that he took from me. Amenirudishia mwingi. So kukakaa kidogo nikatext the Nigerian guy nikamwambia I'm pregnant. Akaniambia it's okay. We are keeping the baby. Mimi pia nikasema sawa tu. It's high time now. Pia mimi nikuwe na mtoto. Tukakaa. After 6 months, the guy disappeared. Amehama Kitengela, hayuko kwa hiyo nyumba. Sijui ameenda wapi. Sina kazi. When I came back, sijafikiria kufanya kazi yoyote. I'm just stranded there. I don't even know how I'm going to tell my mom ati nimeachwa na mimba. How now? How do you start talking? 6 months, I didn't see the guy. I tried reaching him. I tried doing everything. Hakupatikana. So I just sat down and said, okay, huyu mtoto ni wangu. Na ashafika 6 months, he's already kicking and a move and everything. I was just excited about the baby. So I decided to look for somewhere I can get a job. Ndio my cousin akani connect na another lady in Mtindwa. Nikaenda kumfanyia kwa salon huko. Nikamfanyia until I was due. False labor ndio ilinitoa kwa kazi. So I came home, nikamaliza like 2 weeks. After 2 weeks mtoto akakataa kukuja, mimi nikajipeleka hospitali, nikamwambia daktari I cannot wait for this kid anymore. Mtoe. Akaniambia hata ako overdue na 2 weeks. Nikakuwa induced na nikaza normal vizuri. Beautiful baby girl. I called her Precious. Wow. So from there I just got my motivation from this kid. I didn't have difficulty with accepting the child because I was just overjoyed having the kid. The difficulty I had is like, no, the dad is not there. Unaona? Then I was like, ni sawa tu. Hata baba yangu hakukuanga and we grew. Alikuwa na hayuko, so I am used to the man not being around. So we stayed, it was not easy because then pia nilikuwa na challenges, mtoto alikuwa anashinda kigonjeka. We go to the hospital. Kumbe mimi nakimbia hospitali and everything. My neighbor mwenye ako hapo ndiye anatembea na like alikuwa na expect, we were pregnant the same time. So yeye alikuwa anataka msichana, akazaa kijana. Mimi nikazaa msichana. So ile I don't know ni kinyongo ama what. Akaanza tu kutembea kwa watu, kwa waganga and everything. Anaenda napewa dawa na niekea kwa mlango ya madhe. Mimi nikipita, I go breastfeed the kid usiku hatulali. mtoto fever, anahara, anatapika, you go to the hospital, anapimwa, nothing. I walked in so many hospitals. That is when kila mtu anakuambia kuna mtu wa maombi mahali, sijui kuna mtu wapi mahali. Mali yote tu umesikia kuna kitu mahali, you just go.
Wow.
So it was very tough. And that year, that now was in 2014, mtoto aligonjeka to an extent nikaona sasa huyu anaenda pia yeye. So the last time tukaenda hosi Neema, wakapima mtoto, kila kitu hakuna, akawekewa tu maji because she was too dehydrated. Venye huyo mtoto aliamuka tu nikaona amepata strength. Sister mama yangu akaniambia ati kuna kanisa huku ya hawa watu wanafunga vitambaa refu hawa, they can help you, kuja huku. Mimi huyo na mtoto wangu mpaka Kisumu, tukaenda huko karibu na Lake Victoria, tukaenda kwa kanisa ingine, mnakaa huko, mnanyoa nywele yote. I had to shave my baby. If this is what will bring life back to this girl, I had to shave this baby. Yeah. Tukashave, tukakaa kwa hii kanisa. So to me it's like God was calling me then. And maybe alikuwa anatafuta njia ya kunipata nayo. So when I came there, I had to lay low kabisa. And I think giving myself to Christ is what healed my baby. And from there, we stayed there, tulikaa kwa hiyo kanisa for 2 months. Tukiomba tu. So ile siku niliona mtoto ako vizuri kabisa. I just told these guys, I think now my baby is okay. But the pastor just told me, it was not the baby. It was about you. God wanted you to give your life to him. So he had to use something strong to bring you to him. And I was like, if it is, I have to serve God for my kid to be okay. Wacha sasa mimi na Mungu tutembee barabara. And that is how she got healed. She was 2 years, she was turning 2 then. Then we came back to Nairobi after 2 months. From there, trust me, she has never slept down the way we used to run in hospitals and everything.
Wow, so it worked.
It worked. The only thing we can go to the hospital, labda ameshikwa tonsils, labda kona home, the normal. We came back.
How old is the baby now?
She turned 7 last year.
Ah, nice.
Last month.
Okay.
So we came back and life had to continue. And I thank God for everything. So venye nilipoteza customers, tukaenda kutafuta kazi with a friend of mine in Nyamakima there. The only job I got because ilikuwa hoteli was for security. Nikashindwa sasa mimi nataka kusimama kwa hii gate kuanzia 6 mpaka 6. But now I had no choice because huyu mtoto lazima ingie shule, baba yake hayuko. Unaona? Siblings wangu wengine wawili wadogo were still in school. Hata the third one badala nilizaa kama ndiye anamaliza form 4. So hakuwa stable. And these other kids, mommy is still struggling hapo hivyo. So niliendea hiyo kazi ya security. Nikaifanya hapo 2016, sasa nikaifanya for almost 6 months. Ndio nikamit the ex boss I had. Akaniandika kazi. I was able to take my daughter to school the next year. Na ujua all this time sijaona baba yake. Hatujaiongea hata sijui alienda wapi. Mimi niko tu. So hapa ana turn around 3 years akijoin shule. So ndio nikafanya kazi hapa akaenda shule. So in this after when she turned 3 years nikaanza kazi huku ndio nikamit now the second man who was also a Nigerian.
A Nigerian. So you have there's an attraction for Nigerians.
Somehow.
Okay, so but now you're a mother of 2 and you need a job. So kindly, if somebody needs to give you a job, kindly give your number because our time is spent and they can call you. Only serious people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just give your number.
It's 0728 653 922.
Yeah, you can say it again.
0728 653 922.
Yeah, I don't know whether they must be Nigerian or...
Very good job because currently I'm not working. Okay. I'm still struggling.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I really appreciate your honesty. There is so much genuineness in what you've said and keep what you're doing. You're a gorgeous woman. You're the reason why your mother and your siblings are preserved and keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. So from us, the Gorgeous Woman Show is to tell you thank you and in case you can help Jackie with the job. or you actually need some comfort and you're going through the same, you can reach out to her, and God bless you.